Alright, it's the White Tiger Knight, and this is the piece of shit ATI Monte Carlo stock for the Mosin Nagant. Some assembly required. Some fitting required. Actually, a shit ton. This thing took a lot of grinding, as you can see, to get my Mosin to cycle. You might think it's a good idea, but this is just a warning for someone that wants to buy this, that there is some fitting required, and I would actually recommend just go ahead and keeping her stock or getting something else, because this thing's honestly just a major piece of shit. There's lots of quality control problems. It's definitely not a drop-in fit. There's a lot of people on here talking about how they drop their Mosins in. It might have worked for them. It definitely didn't work for me. Your mileage might vary, but I'm just letting you guys know what happened here. Again, the Mosins have a lot of different, a lot of variances, so I'm sure some people will probably get this as a drop-in fit, but I know a lot of people have had problems getting these things in here properly, especially with the interrupter and making sure that you can feed rounds and it's not just a one-shot gun. So if you want to make a one-shot gun, go ahead and buy this, or if you want to take the risk and see if she'll fit, go ahead and buy it. If you're willing to do some fitment, go ahead and buy it, but otherwise I would say stay away. It's a piece of shit. I would recommend just sticking with the stock Mosin stock. So as you can see here, I just went ahead and used my Dremel tool and just grinded away all the way out towards this edge here, and that's where the interrupter actually, the piece of metal actually extends all the way out this far, and it needs some room in there so it can move and allow allow everything to function properly. The bolt won't close in because the interrupter, when the bolt closes, the interrupter actually needs some room so that can actually work. It's kind of a spring. A steel kind of leaf spring type thing, but as you can see here, I had to peel some of that area away. Again, that mainly for the interrupter. As you can see, they have that edge was just way too tight, so I had to really just grind down, mainly in this area that I'm showing you here with the knife right around there. And as you can see back here as well. Back here, it's a fairly long piece of metal, and it needs all this room to move. So you wouldn't necessarily have to grind all these areas out. I didn't know exactly where it would hit, so I just went ahead and grind all this out. And again, for the barrel here to fit near the chamber area, I had to grind some of these areas out, and I actually had to grind down here on the front lug here that it was a little tight, and it wasn't allowing it to get all the way in the magazine to seat basically all the way into the action. So I had to grind some of this area here so that it would be tighter and the magazine would seat into the action properly and allow the rounds to feed properly. So this thing was a massive headache. It was definitely not worth it in my opinion, especially for reliability. I don't think necessarily it's going to increase accuracy immensely. I think mainly the reason why I got it was just because I think it saves weight, and also it makes it a little more streamlined of a rifle, and you can carry it I think a little easier and more streamlined, but it took a lot of work and fitting. So if you're willing to go through the work, as you can see here, make that decision for yourself. I mean, there's other stocks out there, not necessarily at varying price points, but again, the Mosin is such a good value. I recommend just keeping it stock. Peace out. Oh, and one last kicker here, one last rub on how basically shitty their quality control is there at ATI. As you can see, the front swivel, the actual sling swivel is crooked. It's just not even near correct. And it's just the fact that they couldn't create that and the QC that and just tighten it down. A proper alignment is retarded. So this is a piece of shit. Their quality control sucks, and I would stay away from it. Peace out.